Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, we are group 3, and let's begin with Netflix acquisition of Roku. And firstly, we can talk about the summary. Roku is a streaming medium platform company that produces TV boxes and TV operating systems. Users can buy a series of hardware such as the TV box to turn their TV into a TV with Roku operating system. And then why Netflix acquired Roku? As a content distributor, Netflix's long-term growth of subscribers came to an end in the first quarter of 2022, and Netflix need ways to improve revenue and profit margins. And Roku business model is based on a so-called control reel, which provides a range of onboarding, distribution, and audience building tools. For Netflix, acquiring Roku is a wise decision. As mentioned before, the platform can compete with its competitors by offering low price and an ad-supported option.
Well, about the financial snapshot, Netflix, it's an American media company founded in 1997. It owns and operates an eponymous over-the-top subscription video on-demand service. So monthly membership fees for service connected to streaming material to its users are the main source of revenue. And Netflix is also the first and so far only streaming media company to be a member of Motion Picture Association. Well, about the history of Netflix, it initially both sold and rented DVDs by mail, but the sales were eliminated within a year to focus on the DVD rental business. And in 2007, Netflix introduced streaming media and video on demand. In 2011, the service began to acquire and produce original content, beginning with the political drama House of Cards. Well, about its future outlook, Netflix is expanding its operation internationally, scaling streaming service to effectively and reliably handle anticipated growth in both members and features related to its services. As it scales its streaming service and introduces new features, such as its new ad-supported subscription plan, it is developing technology and utilizing third-party cloud computing technology and other services. However, as it grows operations, Netflix may face integration and operational challenges, as well as potential unknown liabilities and reputational concerns in connection with partners it works with or companies it may acquire or control. About our target company, Roku. Roku was established in the US in 2002, and there are two reportable segments in the company. One generates platform revenue from the digital advertising sales, demand-side platform, and content distribution services. The other generates devices revenue from streaming players, smart home products, and the licensing arrangements with service operators and licensed Roku TV partners. It also licensed its Roku OS operating system as middleware for smart TVs. In 2022, the Roku OC ranks the first in terms of market share among streaming TV platforms in the US, holding an obtrusive 30% and share of the global TV streaming hours. Besides that, its channels available as of 2023, the Roku channel store has the largest selection of TV channels among all streaming TV platforms. The TV streaming industry is highly competitive, and many companies are actively focusing on its industry, such as large technology companies, TV brands, and the service operators. It will be difficult for Roku to attract and retain users. Consequently, it may harm their business. So it is a challenge for the company to differentiate its streaming platform and compete successfully with these existing and potential companies. And here's the ownership statistics about Roku. The share OS for the company, which refers to the total number of stock shares held by all shareholders. Institutional ownership has the largest proportion, and these shares are owned by big financial organizations, including mutual fund, pension fund, hedge fund, and so on. Well, about the rationale of the M&A, there are several perspectives. First, about the improved content and customer retaining. As one of the prominent streaming hardware platform, Roku gathers valuable data on users' viewing habits across various streaming services and provides direct access to customers' TV screens, and Netflix might have more control over the user experience and direct distribution to a big user base if it were to acquire Roku. So it would also gain access to more market data. Moreover, it also helps to promote its original content more vigorously and maybe even produce content or features that were Roku exclusive to boost subscriber growth. Also, as noted in its annual report, Netflix is facing the risk of losing customers. Its capacity to draw the new members and keeping existing ones will be largely dependent on their ability to continuously offer their members in various countries appealing content options that keep them interacting with the service, stimulate discussion with the content and service, and offer a pleasant experience when selecting the playing TV shows. Thus, acquiring Roku could enhance Netflix content recommendation algorithms and strategic decision making, which will help them to retain the existing subscriber. About the market expansion, there are many competitors fighting for viewers' attention in the fiercely competitive streaming market. In order to grow their business beyond their present membership base and to replace cancelled memberships, Netflix needs to continuously add new members. Their penetration and growth rates have fluctuated and vary across the jurisdictions where they provide their service. While compared to newer or less penetrated countries, the membership growth is lower in countries where they have been in operation for a longer period of time or are strongly penetrated. By integrating with Roku's platforms, Netflix could potentially gain access to Roku's extensive user base, including those who may not currently be Netflix subscribers, thereby expanding its market research. The second perspective is the synergy. There are the streaming technology, innovation, and financial added value, and also the advertising revenue. Given the M&A between Netflix and Roku doesn't happen, when calculating the synergy value, we need to stand on 2023, analyzing the financial data post-merger and considering the potential financial synergy to set a 2024 scenario. As mentioned before, this acquisition could create new revenue streams for the combined entity and boost Netflix subscriber growth, further increasing revenue. Thus, considering Netflix revenue is 10 times Roku's revenue, we assume that the revenue growth rate for Netflix and Roku is 7% and 30% respectively, which is increased by 1% for Netflix and 2% for Roku, higher than the anticipated growth rate without synergy for 2024. In terms of cost savings, we reckon that there might be a cost saving for marketing and administrative expenses, also the content distribution cost could be reduced. Therefore, we assume that the cost of the smaller Roku will be reduced first, while the cost of buying Netflix may remain the same or even increase due to integration cost. In terms of cost of goods sold, we expect the growth rate for Netflix will increase to 9% and a decrease to 7% for Roku. Also, we assume that the growth rate of SG&A for Netflix will increase to 6%, but the Roku still remain at the previous level at 2%. Lastly, we subtract the combined firm value with synergy by the combined firm value with synergy without synergy, and we derive the synergy value, and that is 35,663 million.
And let's talk about the strengths of acquisition. Roku currently has 66 million users, and Netflix has about 230 million users. These users could benefit from lower costs, and with many users switching from Netflix to competitors over quality and price concerns, lower prices may in turn slow some of these losses. And then the potential risks include revenue decline, Roku's maturity will be non-existent, and Netflix own acquisition competitiveness, and the Roku's hardware business. For the revenue decline, Roku currently has annual revenue about 3 billion, and Netflix has about 30 billion. The acquisition may result in a slightly lower total revenue run rate, as the acquisition may result in product pricing. And the Rook's neutrality will be non-existent. As a small business that has grown up among multiple streaming platforms, if the Roku acquired by any streaming or content giant, its business value will be significantly reduced. And for the Netflix, its market value is 12.7 billion, which is nearly 1/6 of Netflix market value. And Netflix currently has less than 6 billion in cash on hand and must finance acquisitions, which will put great pressure on the company's capital structure. The Roku's hardware business. Roku is a set-top box stick market share ranks first in the North American market, and 14% of its revenue coming from hardware sales. But Netflix does not want to get involved in hardware and sales.